All right, doing an interview here with Mr. Linnell Lindsay, assistant principal at Louisville High School. Um, First question is: are there certain dress code requirements for school staff that have been put in place? You know, something y'all put in place to kind of make the staff a good example for the students, dress code wise.
Understood. The district has a teacher handbook, which dictates and tells teachers what's appropriate and what's not appropriate for our district. However, campus principals, campus assistant principals are charged with monitoring dress code. As an assistant principal, my job is to really set an example.
All right. Are there any language requirements put in place for faculty, you know, along the lines of, you know, them being, you know, respectful in their communication with the students, you know, any, profanity and stuff like that? How do y'all crack down on that?
First off, again, when it comes to district policy, the state it talks about use of profanity and inappropriate language in the classroom. But no, we don't tolerate inappropriate language in the classroom. Prime example, we had a substitute teacher just a couple weeks ago to say some things to a student and to a class that was totally inappropriate. We asked her not to come back to our campus. My job is to make sure we don't expose our students to those type of negative behaviors.
All right. In what ways do you encourage positive interaction between faculty and students? Do y'all set up, you know, events or anything like that to try to make the environment better?
Yes, I think we do what we call block lunch. All of our students have lunch at one time. We have 1 hour for students to have lunch, go to clubs, and take care of any business they have to take care of. Our teachers are out and about during their block lunch. We encourage teachers to interact with our students. We're not just our sponsor for our different clubs, but students that are on duty. We encourage them not to just sit and read or on duty, but interact with our students. We encourage our teachers to have interaction with our students on a regular basis.
Okay. In what ways, this is along the same lines as that last question, do you encourage positive interaction between faculty members? Like, is there anything you're doing to make sure that the faculty members get along and may come up with some ideas, you know, to make their situation better in the classroom?
I understand what you're saying. We can't make our teachers interact with each other, but one of the things we encourage is we have our what we call former cohorts, and where we do teacher walks. We have a group of teachers from different departments, different backgrounds, all working together to better our campus. Better our campus through the way they teach, and I would say how they teach. Those walks are done in groups. They come together, and they talk about what they learned from each teacher.
Okay. All right, good deal. All right. As a leader, do you hold yourself to a higher ethical standard than your employees? Because, you know, that's a big thing in a lot of places. You know, you see people in leadership that feel they're above so they can do whatever they want to do. Do you hold yourself to a higher standard?
Yes, without a doubt. I think leading by example is really important. As an assistant principal on a campus where that's a small community, you know, it may be 100,000 people, but it's really a small community because everywhere I go, I run into parents, students, teachers. So therefore, not just at work, but outside of work. When I'm in the community, I want to make sure I'm dressed appropriately, make sure I carry myself in an appropriate manner, and even on social media. It goes beyond just out and about, but social media really counts as well. I'm quick to unfriend a person because of their views and some of the things they do on social media.
All right, that is very important. All right, question number 6: what systems have you put in place to make learning easier for students? Like, is there any type of innovative ideas, technology-wise, anything that y'all putting in place?
Louisville ISD is a 21st century type school district. We are technology innovative as a district. iPads, smart boards, you name it, it's in our classrooms. But my job as an administrator is to make sure my teachers are just using those things, and not just because the students have an iPad, mean they're using them appropriately. An iPad in the classroom doesn't mean an iPad in the classroom is used for education.
Right.
I want to see them being used for education.
Okay. All right. What systems have you put in place to make teaching easier for your teachers? Like, y'all sit down and come up with ideas for the teachers to make the classroom environment a little better, something like that.
Our professional learning communities, our PLCs, are held weekly with our teachers within a certain department. I, as an administrator, will go in and visit those PLCs and make sure they're ran in a certain way, make sure that we're talking about the things we need to be talking about. Not just a meeting, just to be having a meeting.
Right.
When we come there, I want an agenda. I want something that we're gonna do together. I think that's one of the most important things for my department chairs to do.
Okay. In what ways do you encourage positive interaction between faculty and parents? You know, because that's a major thing on a lot of campuses. You know, the faculty and parents kind of butt heads. So how do y'all try to, I guess, govern that interaction? What do y'all do?
Just like any other campus, we'll have our parents teachers conferences where any parent can come in and meet. But we encourage our teachers to get our parents involved in field trips. Just coming to the classroom. We're open campus. Any parent can come to our campus at any time and sit in the classroom with their student and talk with our teachers. We're totally open. Not just our teachers, our administrators. We would meet with any parent anytime. But when I have those negative interactions that are going to happen, I want to make sure my teachers are practicing, speaking with other teachers, and bouncing things off them before they speak to the parents. And I encourage them, if they're going to email, CC the administrator on it, so that we can back them on what they're talking about and what they're doing.
Number 9, how often do you meet with faculty members to discuss ways to improve the school?
I'm a leader. I'm a leader that encourages, not just encourages. I'm not a leader that sits behind a desk. I'm a leader that gets out and about. I think visiting those classrooms, talking with teachers, encourages teachers to do better.
All right, number 10, how often do you meet with your principal to come up with better ways to improve the school? Because y'all's connection definitely has to be great to make things better.
As an administration, we meet every Monday morning, so we have a weekly meeting with all of our administrators at once. We talk about our week, what we're going to do for the week, and how we're going to do it. What can we do to make our campus better? Not only that, at the end of every day we meet after our duties. So we're meeting on a daily basis as an administration. We want to make sure that we are doing the things we need to be doing on our campuses at all times.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk about. Let's get into the interactions with the police that may be on campus. Do y'all do anything with them? Do y'all sit down with the police officers to kind of, get an idea of what y'all may need to do discipline-wise or to make the campus safe? What do y'all do with the police officers?
That's a good question. Our SRO, school service officer, resource officer, he's there every day, and we encourage him to get out and about. We encourage him and our security officers to walk our building, interact with our students, so our students aren't afraid to say when something's going on. They know that our resource officer is there to assist them. If something negative is going on, 9 times out of 10, one of our students is going to bring it to one of the administrators, a teacher, or our school resource officer, because we're out and about and they know we're available.
Okay, good deal. So when it comes to the disciplining of students, is there anything innovative y'all coming up with, or do y'all kind of just stick to the policies, or y'all try to make it a little more personal and try to make the situation better?
We have a discipline matrix where it gives us a simple guideline on how we handle certain incidences on our campuses. However, when it comes to, we want to make everything individualized. Right. If I have 2 kids that just had a fight, if one has a severe discipline problem in the past, then therefore that student may be dealt with a little harsher, may have harsher consequences than the student that just never had a discipline issue. So it's individualized. We're not going to cookie cut anything when it comes to discipline. We're going to look at the whole student.
All right, when it comes to, this will be our last question here. When it comes to the equipment and the like computers and things like that, how up to date are y'all systems, let's say compared to the other schools in the district and things like that? Are y'all pretty top notch with the technology, staying ahead of the curve like that?
I think we're probably on top of any school district in the state. Louisville ISD is an innovative district for 21st century learning. It's all about having the right device in the student's hands at the time they're going to use it.
Right.
We have Google Chromebooks for certain lessons. We have iPads. We have Apple MacBook in the classroom, classroom sets, and we have classroom carts that our teachers can check out. So from iPads to Chromebooks to iBooks, iMacs, you name it, it's in our classrooms. What the teachers and the students need at that time. The right device for the right lesson.
Right, good deal. So you would say all in all that Louisville School District is innovative wise, is on top of things.
Louisville ISD is one of the most innovative school districts in the state of Texas. And we want all of our students to thrive. When I say thrive, I want them to be better learners and ready for the community and make our community better when they finish their 12 years in Louisville ISD, or 13 years.
All right, well, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right.